A couple of days ago, my friend Zaz told us about this dumping ground in the woods and asked if we wanted to see it. It's summer and we've got nothing better to do, so we all troop out there. Me, my friend Zaz, my cousin Aidan, who wants to salvage old junk to sell online, my older sister Lisbeth, and my little sis Keisha, who tags along 'cause Mum told Lisbeth to watch her. The dump is exactly like you'd expect. Broken washing machines, and a sink and tarp, and old wooden boards, oil drums, trash, and no, none of it looks like you can sell it on eBay, Aidan. Good luck hauling that £6,000 rusted washing machine out of the woods yourself. I don't know how much stuff weighs. I'm bad at math. But we all go crawling around anyway, picking through old tires and flattened boxes and twisted shards of metal, so rusted we're all gonna need tennis shots, or whatever they're called. And shattered glass, and a grungy rolled up carpet, rank microwaves that Aidan insists we can totally make bank on if we scrape off a zillion layers of crusted gunk. None of it is cool or interesting, and I'm starting to think Zaz was an idiot for dragging us out here. But then, at the bottom of the heap, sits this old refrigerator. This thing is like medieval, like it could be Ben Franklin's refrigerator. Almost more submarine than fridge. Its dented sides and rusted metal handle could probably survive a bomb blast.
Dude, says Zaz. Y'all know what's probably in this fridge, right?
Your lunch, jokes Aidan. A dead body, I say. Zaz points at me like I just won the lottery, but instead of $1 million, I get whatever's in that fridge. Suddenly, I know this is the real reason he's led us out here. Zaz is only ever interested in one thing: scaring the bejesus out of us. Mum used to make us stay away from him 'cause he's older than us and wears a trench coat and steel-toed boots and eyeliner. But eventually she figured out he's just a goth. We hang out 'cause our houses are right across the street. Also because he has a crush on Lisbeth, my older sister, which he shows by terrifying her. Not the most effective tactic, but he's pretty dumb that way. So when he hovers around the fridge like a moth around a zapper, I know it's going to be the key to his quest to win Lisbeth's heart through jump scares. Good luck, Romeo. And now he spreads his arms like the junk's a stage, and we're all on the slope like the audience in seats made of dead appliances. And he starts telling us about refrigerators, specifically how likely we are to find a body in one. Actually, there's a pretty good chance. See, these old fridges were built back when they know how to make stuff last. Sometimes kids would stumble across them years after they'd been dumped. And if you were a kid unlucky enough to crawl into an old fridge like this during hide and seek, it wouldn't open from the inside. No, these old fridges have latching doors, so you'd be locked into an airtight sealed box, your screams muffled by its insulated steel until you suffocated. And no one would know the fridge was actually your coffin until they saw it in the dump and decided to check inside. And then, woof, the almighty stink.
So,
Zaz knocks on the dented white door.
Who's going to open it?
Nobody makes a move. Go on, Aidan. I nudge him. Maybe there's something you can sell on eBay. No fucking way, Aidan says. You do it. I'll do it, announces my baby sister Kisha, who's probably the same age as whatever kid's turning to jelly in there. Lisbeth grabs her. You're not going anywhere near.
Guess I'll have to open it then,
says Zaz, flashing a grin and gripping the rusted metal handle. He's trying to be brave and sexy, and sneaks a glance at Lisbeth to see if she's impressed. She is not. His shoulders slump as Lisbeth drags Kisha off to look at something less morbid. Aiden and I wait, because we want to see what's inside. But now Zaz lets go of the handle, and gets this look. Aiden and I make eye contact, because we just know he's gonna, up the ante or whatever, in a feeble attempt to win her over. And sure enough, a few minutes later, I see Zaz in his black trench coat, luring Kisha into the woods, while Lisbeth is distracted by Aiden, his usual wingman. Finally, Lisbeth notices Kisha's missing, and starts freaking out. Kisha? Kisha? She hollers in a high, panicky voice. You'd better not be in the fridge. And because Lisbeth is actually a pretty good older sister, she doesn't even hesitate, just rushes over and grabs the rusted metal handle. It must weigh a ton, and she grunts as she hauls it open. A long arm grabs her, and she shrieks. Even at a distance, her voice rings in our ears. I run down and see Zaz has pulled her on top of him. She's so mad she's hitting him pretty hard, while he's busting a gut. She tells him that it's not funny, and climbs out and shoves him down, and storms off red-faced. He's teary-eyed with laughter. What an idiot. Can I come out now? Yells Kisha from the woods. I go up to join her, and she asks why Zaz likes scaring our sister. I tell her it's his love language. She thinks real hard about this and says, maybe he should try flowers instead. Maybe. We're almost home when my phone starts vibrating. It's Zaz. Help. Help. In the fridge. Nice try, I reply. I'm seriously stuck. R.I.P. I'm not kidding. Help. I don't want to fall for the same trick as Lisbeth, so I ask her what I should do. But she tells me to let him suffocate. Aiden is on the path further behind us, taking his sweet time, so I wait for him to catch up and then ask him where Zaz is. He looks surprised. Thought he was with you. Something about the way he says this makes me suspect he's in on it, especially when he refuses to come check with me because it's gonna rain and he might catch a cold. Cool. Are you gonna say that at his funeral too? But, on the 0.0000001% chance my friend needs actual help to save him from a Darwin Award, I head back. It's weird how everything seems normal when you're with a group, but when you're by yourself, suddenly it gets, creepy and stuff. Heavy clouds hang low in the sky, and a few fat droplets hit me. At the dump site, the bottom of the slope is almost total darkness, because the sun is setting. The hairs on my arms and legs prickle, like a zillion bugs crawling up my skin as I call. Zaz? No response. I crawl down and spot that dented white submarine of a refrigerator lying at the very bottom. Its curving door is stained and scuffed, but somehow timeless. Like you could nuke it, and it would probably be fine. The OG of dumped junk. It's got this vibe like it's so old, it was the first thing here, and the forest and this whole pile all grew up around it. I wonder if Zaz is really in there. Wouldn't his muscles be cramping? I imagine him all folded up inside like a spider, waiting to uncurl a limb and drag me in. I'll admit, I'm scared as shit. My phone vibrates. I jump and check my phone. Zaz. Help. Zaz? I shout. No response. Is it so insulated in there that he can't hear me? I pick my way down the slope, a few feet away from the fridge. I pause. My phone vibrates again. Okay, I'm coming. I skid down the rest of the way until I'm close enough to touch the smooth white surface and say, "Hey, maybe you should try flowers instead, so Lisbeth doesn't hate you." I'm hoping to rile him into responding, but not a peep, not a sound, nothing. Even when I bang on the fridge. And then I bark out a laugh, all the air busting out of me. Dude, I can see your fingers holding the door open. I watch as he adjusts his grip. He's really determined to wait me out. Kudos to him for having the self-control not to break, even when called out. But I'm not gonna touch that fridge handle. Not when it would put me in such easy range of those gripping fingers. Nope, I decided. And when my phone started buzzing again as I climbed away from the dump site, this time, I ignored it. In the middle of the night, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Cold. I messaged him to stop. Cold. I'm stuck. On and on. And obviously, he's not stuck, 'cause by now he'd have suffocated. So how would he be texting? But even though I know that every vibration of my phone means he's alive and well, and giggling to himself from the safety of his room, as he types and definitely not stuck in that fridge, it's starting to super freak me out. I finally turn my phone on silent, but when I check again, he's still texting. The next day my stomach knots with dread, all through breakfast, while my phone continues to buzz. I want to check the fridge, but it hasn't stopped raining since yesterday, and Mum won't let me go out while it's wet. The weird thing is, there's nothing on his YouTube or Snapchat or Discord or anywhere. Just those dumb text messages saying he's cold. Finally, I decide to message him back. Cold. Maybe come out of the fridge then. Stuck. Help. Fine. I'll come soon if you stop messaging me. The messages stop for a while, but once the sun starts sinking lower in the sky, he messages again. Are you coming? Cold. Oh my God. Cold. I'm starting to type a reply when a knock on my door makes me think he's finally gonna be standing there with his shit-eating grin. But no. It's Lisbeth, looking like she slept even worse than me. She says Zaz's mum called, asking if anyone's seen him. And as soon as she says that, the knot of dread in my stomach becomes a noose around my throat, so tight that I can't breathe. I tap quickly into my phone. Hey, Zaz, your mum is super worried. Stuck. I'm serious. Where are you right now? Fridge. Everyone is worried. Please, can you stop? Cold. Zaz, stop, for real. It doesn't even make sense. The fridge doesn't even have power, so it can't be cold. 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 He's still typing more colds when I show the text to Elizabeth, and she goes full nuclear. She flings the phone on the carpet and shouts, Jesus Christ, this is not funny, and you need to tell your friend what an idiot he's being. And on and on. Then she grabs my arm and tells me we're gonna find him and chain him to his room to be grounded for life. But first, she's gonna strangle him. I'm starting to think she might actually have a little crush on him too, and that her love language is rage. 10 minutes later, we're at the dump site. I'm scrambling to keep up, in such a hurry climbing over all the trash that I almost don't notice when my foot hits something with a crack. I stop, step back, frowning. Lisbeth? What? She snaps. On the ground under my shoe is his phone. Lisbeth snatches up the phone and wipes it off. What an idiot. He's gonna be so pissed. My phone buzzes again as Lisbeth heads down toward the fridge. It's from Zaz. Cold. Lisbeth? I whisper. She's yelling at the fridge door that Zaz is an idiot, waving his phone and announcing that he dropped it. The phone in her hand is black, cracked, dead. The fingers of her other hand grip the refrigerator's rusted handle. My phone buzzes. Are you here? Don't open it, I shriek. She looks back at me, confused. Huh? Don't open it. He's in there. He'll be stuck from his own dumb prank if we don't open it. Don't, I shouted, hysterical. Let me go. I have to open it. We fight, back and forth, and my phone keeps vibrating with his text. Cold. Cold. Even though the phone in Lisbeth's hand is dead. I tried to tell her it's dead, but she tells me there's a delay, that I'm being irrational, that he obviously dropped it as he was hurrying into the fridge. But no, the phone is dark and wet, and the screen protector has water under it, meaning he dropped it before the rain stopped. Maybe even before it started last night. So how? How was he texting from a dead phone? And then she shoves me, hard. I stumble back and fall on my ass. She grabs the rusted door and pulls. Her shriek mingles with the shriek of the door as it falls open. For seconds I'm frozen, too terrified to move. I feel something warm tickle on my leg. Then I creep round to my sister, looking over her shoulder. He looks peaceful, his head turned to one side. His skin is sort of greyish. With his limbs all tucked up, his face composed in sleep. He looks so young in there, almost like one of those kids he was talking about. I wait for his chest to rise and fall. He's faking, I say. Lisbeth is crying. He's got to be faking, I say again. Lisbeth turns and runs, and I back up from the refrigerator, in a daze, still waiting for his chest to move. But it doesn't. There's a rotting smell, but not like knock you down rotting. It seems like the stench of the fridge itself, or the decades-old air trapped inside. Stale air that tastes a bit rank and very, very cold. I turn and scramble after her. When the police arrive at the dump site, the fridge is rusted closed, so they have to call in a construction crew to bust the door clean off. But inside is nothing but old stains, and they doubt a teenager could even fit in there unless he really scrunched. Missing person is their official verdict. It's not exactly right, though. See, my sister keeps getting flowers, scattered in her room or outside her door, or, more often, tumbling out of the refrigerator when she opens it. Dried, pressed, dead flowers. She thinks it's his ghost. I think the fact we didn't have any body means he's still alive, but just too chicken to show himself. Like he doesn't know how to end this fridge game, because everyone is so pissed at him, so he's just still pretending. And since he doesn't have his phone, no one has any way of communicating with him. So yesterday, I put his dead phone back at the dump site, in what's left of the fridge. Like maybe he can throw it in some rice or something. And once he does, maybe he'll get my messages. So, Zaz, if you can read this, Lisbeth would like it much better if you could give her the flowers in person. The fridge is broken. You can't pretend to be stuck in it anymore. Come back. Update. Holy hell. Zaz just responded to my texts. I messaged him. Please, come back. Please, please, please. He responded. Okay. Oh my god. You found your phone. Are you really coming back? Please come back. We all miss you. On my way. Finally. Lisbeth is going to be so happy when he hands her those flowers in person. His mum's going to be so happy. Aiden and Keisha and everyone is going to be so happy.
Hello, Sinister listeners. If you've enjoyed this story, then you'll find all the author's information in the description below. For more content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to succumb to the sinister.